Hurricane Irma made landfall on the Camagüey archipelago of Cuba on the night of September 8 and is now headed toward South Florida. Sur/Ram/NOAA. After a long, restless night of howling wind and rain, residents of Nuevitas, Cuba, ventured out of their homes this morning to inspect damage from Hurricane Irma. "It's a total disaster," said Dianelise Alvarez, reached by cell phone in the central plaza of Nuevitas, where Alvarez said not a single tree remains standing. "The streets are full of rubble. There are houses with their roofs ripped off. Even the oldest trees in town have been knocked down," she said. The town has been without power for more than a day, but Alvarez said reports of damage elsewhere have been reaching her neighbors by word of mouth. She's heard the destruction is even worse in the towns and beach resorts closer to the area where Irma made landfall late Friday as a Category 5 storm. Still, Cuba appears to have been spared the devastation that Irma unleashed on the Leeward Islands to its east, where mass destruction has been reported, especially on the island of Barbuda, which was essentially obliterated. There have been no reports of deaths or injuries in Cuba from Irma, but the storm continues to pound the north coast of the country's central provinces. Cuban authorities said more than 1 million people were evacuated from the areas most vulnerable to the storm, including 36,000 tourists who were relocated to the capital, Havana, and other areas outside Irma's projected path. Initial reports from Cuban state media describe extensive property and infrastructure damage. Irma's path over Cuba weakened the storm, but it's expected to continue hammering the country Saturday before veering north toward the Florida Keys. Meteorologists warn it will bulk up once more as it crosses the warm waters of the Florida Straits. Cuban state media reported waves exceeding 30 feet along the north coast, bringing extensive flooding. Havana is not in line for a direct hit, but Cuban civil defense authorities have warned of significant coastal flooding and storm surges from waves crashing over the city's Malecón seawall, in addition to tropical storm force winds.